and like that Toy Story world, man. They went to like 3 different spots in that Toy Story world, and like one of those spots, like that spot that like that spot that they went to where I don't know if you saw some how much of the gameplay you saw, but there was a spot that they went to where they were like fighting big balloon animals or toys or something like that. Dude, that whole space that they were fighting in and the different areas that they went to in just that world is like the size of 3 or 4 different worlds that I've went to in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Damn.
So, I mean, it's nice, man. It's a lot better than I thought, um, and it's kind of living up to the expectation of, man. You don't. I want to see some real amazing shit. Then took 10 plus years on this game. How the fuck am I dying right now? God.
Finna win a ring in my career storyline.
That's what's up.
Yeah, each 2K I usually go through the career mode and get one ring. After I get that ring, that'll be the last time I play my career game for the most part.
I typically try to. I mean, I'll fuck around and play some my career games if I just know I'm really trying to level my nigga up or whatever. But you just can take over a my career game, just dominate. Oh, ass nigga, what's up, bitch? Yo, weak ass. Who else? What's up, nigga? That's right, weak ass nigga. What's up? Oh my! Marvel's kind of pissing me off, dude, on with their little ugly ass TV shows.
The Agents of Shield one.
Nah, man, it's like, I mean, maybe I'm fucking spoiled with the CW shit, but like they got all these different fucking um, like little shows, all on all these different networks and shit. But they got their little Marvel shows on fucking Netflix, and then they got that what's it called show? Um, Damn, what's it called? With them kids, Runaways is pretty good.
Yeah, I like Runaways actually.
And then they got another show that's supposed to be popping up. Um, it's like black dude can like teleport, and this other chick can do some other shit, and that's on some weird ass application called Freeform. She's like, man, I'm getting to y'all little TV shit, but I don't know if y'all got me going all over the goddamn place. PC, so I don't understand why they just don't put everything on there. With a whole network. Shit. Kind of need this Call of Duty to be top of the line.
I feel like it is. I'm excited about that.
I just don't want like a something that's kind of tying me over. Like good Call of Duty. Oh yeah, what's up, nigga? Yeah, bitch. Get your weak ass down. So I'm trying to fight. Oh no!
Oh man, I thought that was going in. Welcome to the stream. Hit that subscribe button if you are a new person.
Nah, man. But if you're trying to talk about it with Ryan or something, go ahead.
I ain't seen that shit.
I'm just not a. I'm not enough fan for it to be day one or anything like that. I'll probably go see it. Actually, I think I was supposed to go. Yeah, I think I plan to go see it next Wednesday or some shit. I think he got off about an hour and a half ago. Oh yeah, he got off a long ass time ago.
Little man don't even accept my invites no more. Nigga said, you know, I fuck with you. The question is, what did you do to him?
Oh yeah, let's. I actually, man, I called him uh, about an hour or so ago because I know he normally have like Saturdays off. I didn't get a response, and I looked to see if he was online. Nothing. I'd have just went to work or some shit. Or he could have just looked at his phone and said, "Fuck grown peas, dumbass." I don't know what the fuck. Oh, that thing goes out, bitch, bitch, bitch. It's faster. Uh huh. Like the newest shit. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they've had him in some of the old shit, like some of the like shit that they released like earlier this year. But they released a whole new bit of information, like in gameplay, over the last couple of days. Yeah, man. I got me pretty excited, man. Like combat, it's just a lot of different elements of combat, man. Like you don't have to go throughout the game just playing one way. I don't know what he would mean. I don't know what that. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I mean, I really don't don't know what he could be talking about. I mean, it, does that guy sound like he's ever played Kingdom Hearts games before? Is he like a this nigga had dogs? Oh shit. What's up, hoe ass niggas? Oh, I'm about to ball y'all niggas. What's up, bitch? Yes, who else? Fruit basket ass niggas. Oh shit. Oh no! Nope. I know how you like to do that shit, bitch. Wait on your hoe ass. What's up? Go ahead and finish him off, Glenn. I don't know. I mean, I it just sounds weird to me. Like it doesn't really make sense to me. I mean, there have been several different like Kingdom Hearts games that have come out on other like on PS4. Honestly, um, I'm confused on what that feel is that he's referring to, and I'm thinking it's just typical Kingdom Hearts like game gameplay mechanics that he's not used to. Because other than that, it just doesn't. I mean, here's the thing though. This game is way past like this game is past most of that though. Like the feel of the game, like the 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 engine that they use, the like the mechanics, like that stuff's done. Like they wouldn't let like niggas come out and play the game if the game didn't feel like it's how it's gonna feel when you play it. You know what I mean? I just get the feeling that this whoever that is just doesn't play Kingdom Hearts games and got caught up in some type of hype. You know? That's just sports games in general. I think those are a little different. Like, keep in mind, these niggas haven't even given out a release date for the game. And they've been real hesitant on actually giving a release date. That means they care about people's perception of what this game is going to be. So, I mean, if there's stuff that's not done that's going to totally change the perception of the game when it's released later this year, they wouldn't let niggas touch it. Like that just makes I just think I honestly just feel like that person hasn't played a Kingdom Hearts game. Because that comparison doesn't make sense. Um, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know. Because I should be able to see that. You know what I mean? Like I've seen a lot of gameplay of it, and the gameplay is a person playing the game. Like I feel like clunkiness or whatever, and that's a very like subjective word in itself. Like what the fuck does even clunky mean? In terms of gameplay. Like the only, I mean, to me that just sounds like you're skipping around and bumping into shit and can't control your character. And all the gameplay I've seen, it seems like people are controlling their character pretty fine. Uh, Dude, I don't know, bro. I really don't. I can't even imagine what trash would feel like. You know what I mean? That game is so story based, and I feel like they'd have to just totally fuck up the storyline and and fuck up the cutscenes for that to be true. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's totally different though. Like, that's not the same. Like, the developers of that game said that that game was going to be something that it just was totally not that thing. You know what I mean? Sometimes, but I think that's different from like niggas like creating their own expectations for a game and then it not being what they expected. But like these niggas are saying this is the shit you're gonna be able to do, and then you just weren't able to do that shit. But yeah, like that to me, I mean, No Man's Sky was a big disappointment, but I wasn't overly hyped. I wasn't overly hyped in myself for that game. Like I let some people hype me up, and I picked it up off the merit. But like I'd say my biggest disappointment was fucking the first Destiny game, bro. Like I thought that was supposed to be the fucking shit, dude. And like I disagree. We played the beta, and the beta the beta lets you get a third of the way through the game, bro. Like, yeah, but like there was this perception that like that game was supposed to have this great expansive storyline of what's actually happening with these characters, and there was just none of that. And for me, you know, for some people, you know, they could just blindly do certain things and and just get more like loot and things for the game just because. And I've never really been that type of like gamer. Like I kind of feel like I gotta have something that I feel like a reason to be doing whatever it is that I'm doing in the game. And for me, that reason can't just be as stale as we're gonna give you some better shit so you can fight more, and then get some even more better shit. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say Destiny was a. I don't know if I said this. If I said it, I made a mistake. But I wouldn't say it was a bad game. It It just wasn't nearly what I expected it to be. Damn. I I've been meaning to add a racing game to my just to the games that I play. And Obi plays Gran Turismo. Uh, hmm, hmm. They can't remember what game it was. I mean, there was one game where it was cool. Like you could like put little light. Maybe this wasn't Need for Speed. You could like put little lights under your car and yeah, and put the little like shit on your car so that it could be like a rocket or some shit. And I mean, maybe rocket's not the right word, but it seemed like your shit be blasting off after you hit like L2 or some shit. Gosh, what's up with these niggas? Damn, they just took off on my. They gone. Alright, all I want to do is walk through this door. Leave me alone. What the fuck is that? Oh damn, Obi did call me back. Maybe he's calling me back to tell me I gotta be at work for another 6 hours. Hey, Obi, I'm pretty sure it's you who sent me that video of the Kingdom Hearts gameplay, wasn't it?
Oh shit. What's up?
Was that you who sent me the that Kingdom Hearts gameplay, or was that Ryan?
That was that was Ryan. The only thing I remember sending you in the past couple of nights was that shit about the crossover.
Oh yeah, that's what you sent.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to look at that?
What?
The Kingdom Hearts shit?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, this is cool. There was no release date, so I was just like, I don't give a fuck.
I think they're supposed to be what's his name? The director, which obviously we take this shit with a grain of salt, but the director was he was talking like, man, we're on a great pace to where we're pretty confident that we're going to be releasing this game on this particular date, barring any bullshit. And he's supposed to be announcing that, I think, either at E3 or at Square Enix's little thing that they do like the week after E3.
2019.
Oh. With what?
The more, yeah.
The gameplay director for Kingdom Hearts?
Square Enix shits, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, man. I'm excited, dude, just to hear the release date. I know they're gonna probably say December, but if they fuck around and say something like September, oh, I'll be so fucking happy. I know it's not gonna be September, but I'd even be a little bit satisfied with a November.
Right. Nah, not really. You don't understand the following Kingdom Hearts says.
Yeah, man.
Okay, I was gonna be like, bruh. They would have no problems. I mean, only if you want to have a good time playing the game and understand anything's going on.
Yeah, I mean, you can get the story. Like, honestly, it's one of those things where you can get the story online and then just end up playing Kingdom Hearts 3, but you won't understand how to play. Like, you literally won't know how to play the game. And I don't think that they're gonna bother like actually teaching you how to play the game. Uh, Man, they're throwing in pretty much all the major mechanics from every Kingdom Hearts game, and for the most part, you pretty much get to choose how you want to play, and mix different elements of the game together. And I don't think that they're going to spend the time teaching you like all of that. So, yeah, man, they're
Oh
one
my
of the
fucking
first
god.
worlds, dude. And they got fucking London, whatever her name is. That's one of the they got her as one of the Disney princesses. What is her name? Can't remember that fine ass Asian bitch. Yeah,
I
her name
heard
is
that
Chloe Song.
the new
Why am
blocking
I calling
mechanic
her
in Kingdom
London?
Hearts 3 is Raven Simone popping out of nowhere, looking into the future and telling you an attack is coming up next. I don't know if that's true or not, but
Ain't shit ass nigga. This nigga ain't shit. You hear him, Moby?
yeah, I hear him. I'm just not paying attention. What? Man, shut your bitch ass up. I'm over here drinking my free Pepsi right now. This old ass shit. I literally have like 1 more month to drink it before I gotta throw it out because it's so fucking old. Hell yeah.
Honestly, though, Kip, they've made it really easy to play all the other games. I mean, you could pretty much play most of them for $40. You really should. I mean, it's definitely gonna be like it's a real fun game. But if you like, I mean, honestly, you'll lose half the experience if you weren't like a real Disney like fan growing up. Um, it may not have the same. I mean, there's a lot of good elements that aren't Disney that make the game exciting, but part of it is like going to different worlds and like interacting with characters that like watched and liked and seen movies and shit with. So it really kind of just depends on how much Disney and shit you kept up with when you were younger. Well, you get you don't actually fight with Tigger, um, but you do get to like do little dumb shit with him.
Girl. No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna switch the subjects.
I mean, it's just not common that a gaming company basically releases half their series. Well, actually, it's about 80% of their series on one disc for $50. Um, so if you ever wanted to get into it, man, Square Enix has made it really easy to get into it, especially since the game doesn't come out for at least another 4 months or so, at least. It's plenty of time to really just kind of catch up, especially if you just put it on normal mode and just run through the games instead of fucking putting it on super expert mode, getting your ass beat the fuck up like I
Um, what I was gonna say though is I was watching a 15-minute gameplay video of Black Ops 4, and I
Mhm.
was looking at all the perks and everything like that, and then I was looking at the guy's primary and secondary weapon when he was in the menu, and his secondary was a shotgun. And from what I have to go try to find the gameplay video again, but from what I could tell just from the perk pictures, it didn't look like he was using any type of overkill perk.
am.
Like it looked like shotguns were just a secondary again.
That is I don't know what that means. I honestly don't.
Um, and
I
well,
don't know if that
granted,
means
they had this
I
same.
don't know if they've made shotguns even weaker.
But no, I was gonna say they had that one little clip that they always have in every single multiplayer reveal trailer for every single Call of Duty. There's always a very quick clip of a guy getting at least 2 kills with a shotgun from a relatively decent range, and they of course had that in their trailer. So when I saw that, I was like, oh! But then I was like, wait, this has been in every single trailer since like
Yeah,
the first Black
yeah,
Ops, so I can't get excited. But at the very least, if they have it as a secondary, if shotguns are super fucking weak, you can go ahead and switch to a different weapon and not just be like, oh, I'm stuck using this shit ass shotgun I can't do anything with.
yeah. Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited about that Call of Duty. What I really don't like to hear though, it's just kind of annoying for people, like when people say shit like, "Oh man, this looks just like Black Ops 3 with some new shit." Um, well, yeah, bitch, because you're
Yeah,
playing Black
yeah,
Ops 4.
because you're literally
Like,
playing a fucking sequel game. You dumbass motherfucker.
like I don't get it. Like, first of all, Call it when you're playing a game in a series, all Call of Duties are gonna have similarities. Then when you go down and you're talking about Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3, those are gonna have even more similarities. It's just like you don't want them to change. Like fucking Treyarch or Infinity War or just Activision fuck around and change so much that niggas would be like, oh shit, well this ain't doesn't even feel like a Call of Duty. Like,
Mm-hmm.
come on.
This doesn't feel like a Black Ops game.
And honestly, man, I do kind of feel sorry for game developers like actually trying to listen to the fans, um, because a lot of it's just stupid. Which honestly, I rather that, man. Like
Yeah.
you went to school, you did everything you did like to learn how to make a video game. Like trust that you know how to make a video game and don't worry about what these dumbass fucking kids are saying on Twitter about your game. Like, yeah, microtransactions are. Here's the thing though, you can't have like I don't like the way like 2K and like sports games do it though, or like Call of Duty for that matter. If you know you're going to release another Call of Duty in a year, then having a bunch of fucking microtransactions in your game don't make fucking sense. I don't think they do. It's time to mute Ryan, guys.
right, here we go. Tuesday, definitely Tuesday. Um, which, by the way, I don't know if you remember, we were saying on Sunday where if everybody had showed up last Sunday, it would have been a really short day. That's usually how the week plays out. And then Monday was only like 9.5 hours, which wasn't bad. And then the rest of the week was absolutely shit. So if I ever say to you, like, I don't know, later on today, if I'm just like, hey man, it's a really short day today. If you hear me say something stupid like, man, maybe the rest of the week will be too, go ahead and book that flight to Rochester and slap the shit out of me for being so stupid into thinking that that was a possibility. Because no, not at all. And of course, I'll reimburse you for the ticket. Because I shouldn't have been so stupid in the first place to cause you to have to take a flight down here just to slap me. That does not mean you fly first class, bitch. You will be in coach. Next thing I know, you got a plane ticket that costs $10,000 fucking. Well, you said you'd reimburse me, motherfucker. From right, like, whoa, bitch, what? Motherfucker. But alright, man. Oh, well, hold on, real quick. You've seen the Arrow season finale, right? 'Cause I watched that today, and eh, eh, mm, not that it was. It didn't feel like a season finale, I guess you could say. It kind of felt like, um, man, but season one, that ending had me like, holy fuck, it's gonna carry like the repercussions of this are carrying over to the next season. I have to watch it. Whereas this one was, yeah, the repercussions are going to carry over to the next season because he's going to start off in prison, but I doubt they're going to have an entire season of this motherfucker in prison. So how long is it going to be while he's in? Is it going to be Flashpoint style one episode, or is he going to be in prison for a little bit, or he immediately going to be brought out to go help save the city? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Hmm. And then Spence had the season on the fucking run. No, he won't break out because he already said he didn't want to break out because an immunity deal for everybody else goes away. Yeah, so breakout or yeah. I did like the callbacks they had with um with Lance and Oliver. When Oliver's like, I don't know, I feel like things have gotten better since the first time you arrested me. And then Lance laughs and he goes, man, I always wondered, how did you beat that lie detector? Because, boy, I forgot all about that lie detector test from the first season. And Oliver's just like, it's just all about keeping the steady heartbeat. Like, man, that was a good drawback. They, I forgot all about that. Yeah. And she walked in and she was smiling and she kind of realized like, oh right, like my sister's fucking dead. Like this is some random bitch. And she was like, are you anything like my Laurel? And that Laurel was just like, no. Like, no, bitch. Not at all. You are going to be so disappointed. That's the way she said it when she was shaking her head. It was like, you are going to be so disappointed. I did. Did Roz die? Was that right? Because they had it playing in the break room at work, and fucking Bruce stabbed somebody with something, and he started like glowing, and like I didn't catch the rest after that. But who was that? Okay, because well, I didn't hear what it was because they had the volume down real low, and everybody in Bergman was talking, so I didn't hear what Rich was saying. But I thought that was, I thought that was him from things I've seen in like promos and shit like that from other episodes of the show. And but he didn't look like he was